Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Hello,
Hi.
2021.
2021. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Well, at least it's felt like a long time that we have recorded an episode, and I can honestly say that I'm super excited to be recording again. Hopefully, we could continue to record. What about you?
It feels kind of weird being back here at TVH.
It kind of does, yeah.
It's like,
Like I don't want to look at my face at all, and then I'm trying to it's kind of like I don't want to look at my face, and I don't want to look at my notes, and
it
but
in a weird way, it feels like we're starting over again.
yeah, new year, new us, new year, new me.
New
But take
year.
out the N, ill year, ill me.
What?
All right, let's tackle the first thing on our agenda. Just wanted to quickly, briefly discuss why we've been gone for so long. There was, kind of like unfortunate event that happened, and it really affected us. And I felt recording episode 11, like we really wanted to get back into it, but I don't think we were ready. And with things that happen like that, like you need time to properly recover. And so I feel like now we're ready to get back on it.
hmm
And then I got COVID. We can talk about that later. And that really put a damper on my whole December plans. But we're back. We're good and hopefully halfway healthy.
Eh,
Yeah.
still kind of fat.
Yeah. So what have you been up to, Alex? Well, fill us in on your December.
So December was literally the month where I said I'm gonna do Twitch as much as I can, and for the past month ish, a little more, I've
Mhm.
streamed over 150 hours on Twitch.
Man, 150 hours,
So
12 hours in a day.
when I
Do
see
the
the
math.
stats, is fucking insane. It's like I've streamed. I only didn't stream for like 6 or 7 days out of the month,
Yeah. I
and
was trying to be there for all of them.
I know it's hard because especially like I stream at night,
Hmm.
and because I don't know, I feel like not that many people will watch during the day, because like everyone's active, so it's like you know trying to make my place. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun. I reached my goal to hit affiliate, so I hit my 50 followers, average of 3 viewers at least. We're almost at 4 now.
Dang.
Uh, we could sub now. Making progress step by
You
step.
wanna you wanna plug your Twitch in?
I didn't want to, but yeah, if you guys if you guys want to
I
check it out,
Yeah, man.
twitch.tv/. Dr. Clutch 209.
It's fun. I've never really been one to watch a whole bunch of streams, and I started watching your stream, and then I started getting into other streams. I was like, well, like this is actually pretty entertaining. Not because you're my friend, but you're my favorite streamer. So, you know, I do enjoy like talking to people in chat and just kind of like hanging out with everybody. It does help like pass the time, and if
Mm-hmm.
you're ever in a bad mood, like uh, hop on Twitch and check him out or check out other streamers and see if they bring a smile to your face.
I definitely try to be very interactive with everyone who comes. So like
So how hard is that?
it's
Is
kind
it
of weird.
easy or hard?
So here's a little funny story. There's someone who randomly came into my chat because I guess I had played against them and I was uh having a hard time, but they came in and they were talking to me and they kept coming back. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, like meeting a stranger, but interacting with them, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And one day, like we're just chatting, and they say, I'm gonna chop off 6 inches off my hair, and I'm like, this whole time I thought it was a man, and I'm like, wait, are you a guy or a girl? And she's like, I'm a female. I'm like, oh, because you don't know from names,
Yeah, yeah,
and
because people have like odd names on there.
yeah. So I was always the assumption I was talking to a guy this whole time. Like, whoa, okay, so that was kind of cool to like work through that type of thing.
Experience.
Yeah, and they've been one of the bigger supporters. So I gave them like a role because they were there to support when I had like 1 or 2 viewers.
Hmm. Um, I feel like podcasting also really helped.
Oh yeah,
Just kind of like just I mean we're used to talking to ourselves, but now like sometimes you're in alone in a
Literally alone.
match, and you're streaming to like uh to your audience, and it's hard not seeing somebody because I can see you. When
Mm.
we got the cameras, it was so much easier to see when to talk, when not to talk, and how like how the flow of the conversation is going. And so I feel like that like really helped you a lot too.
Mm.
I think your streams are super entertaining. So definitely entertaining. Wow,
You
I
love
can't
that
speak
word.
English. Yeah, I cannot speak today. I mean that's not new. We already knew this. Whoever made a bet, congrats. You probably won like $5-10.
Speaking of languages, I heard you had some plans coming up.
Yep, I do. I guess we can talk about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
I do have a very tiny list. I don't. Last year, I think I had said I'm not making a list. I think the year before that too, I was like I'm not making a list because like making these like setting the bar so high, and then you don't reach them, and you're not reaching them halfway through the year, and you're like, screw the list. Like it's stupid. So whatever happens, whatever I focus on, that's what I do. But this year, I felt like it was very important for me to make a list. So the first item is to pass my first semester of nursing school. Starts, today's Monday, so it'll be next Monday. And I'm nervous, excited, but I want to pass that, and I also want to pass my future semesters. And then my second one is to focus more on my health, and I'll explain that a little bit more. Not necessarily be like healthy. Well, no, be healthy, be healthy, but not like be like hardcore like I was like in 2019 or whatever, where I was like going to gym 7 times a week. Just making healthier decisions because through recent experiences, like it's really affected my health this last past month, and so I want to really focus on that. And then the third one, probably your favorite because you've been helping me, is to learn Spanish. I feel like it's time because I'm about to go in the medical field where I'm actually going to be, treating some of these patients, and where we live, there's a huge
Hispanic.
Hispanic
Yeah.
population, and so like that would really be helpful. So I felt like it's time to learn, so that way when I get into the actual field, it's easier for me to pick up on medical Spanish because I know like medical Spanish is like a little bit different.
You can't talk to patients without being certified, right? Like in Spanish.
Correct. Now, there's some people that there's translators,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you like, I think if you like let them know like during your job interview, um, they'll like check you off as you're able to translate. I'm not exactly sure how that goes,
Mm.
but it does help to be bilingual.
They like
What about you?
not to go off, but I've been seeing like TikToks where like Mexican Americans they'll mix up words because they have English and Spanish.
Yeah.
So then they'll be like, "Oh, how do you translate sandwich?" And then it'll go to like a Mexican American. It's like, "Oh fuck, I'm panicking." Like, like then it makes you think like, man, what if like you're like, man, I think I'm fluent in Spanish, but can I translate something?
Hmm.
And then I'm like, man, what's the word for it? Like even my brother struggles now for
Yeah,
some
I
words.
feel like uh because like English is the primary language that
Mm-hmm.
we speak, and so like a lot of like my more Hispanic friends, like sometimes like I see them struggle, and I'm like, come on, like you're supposed to know this. Like to me, like I get frustrated because I can't. And we'll talk more about that later, but like I get frustrated with myself, not at them, because I want to learn, I want to be able to speak it, and then like I see them struggling, I'm like, come on, like you got this,
You should
do
know
it,
this.
you should know this.
It's hard because sometimes you're like, is it this tense or am I using it like this? Or then
Yeah,
sometimes you just forget what it is.
uh, I have a long journey ahead of me. I'm literally starting from ground zero. I did my months, I did my numbers, and I'm doing the days of the week.
I mean, if you're starting from zero, you can only go up.
Yeah, I hope I get the right material study. Well,
You,
let's talk about you. What about your
I did want to ask you, did you still
what's up?
learn, you learned German, right? When you were college, high
And
school?
yeah, in college, I took German one with Sid, and we really wanted to take
Mm-hmm.
German two together, but it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to,
But
so we never got to.
like pretty much basics German.
Hmm. Now, do I remember most of it? No, but like sometimes like the other day I was watching Overlord, I think,
Hmm.
and there was some German in there, and I was like, oh, like I understood that.
There's
I
some
understood
stuff like
this.
you could pick up, like
Yeah,
really
even in
fast.
even I did drop out of Japanese, but like there's still a lot of stuff that I could pick up
Ooh,
like when I'm watching like anime, and they'll like translate it into English on the
dude, that'd
subtitles. I'm
be
like,
so
that's not
cool.
what they say. That's not what they said.
That'd be so
So,
cool to like watch anime in Japanese
hmm,
and without subtitles.
there's actually a website where you could watch it, and it'll translate it English, and it'll translate it into um like pronounceable Japanese, like I think it's katakana or hiragana,
Hmm.
and that's how like a lot of people learn Japanese. They just watch their animes over and over again, and it you know easy to pronounce Japanese, and that's how like a lot of them become like really fluent.
Damn. Well, to answer your
Man,
question, that's
that's
why.
wild.
So goals, resolutions, 2021. So as I mentioned, Twitch came pretty far, just a month. So I was excited when I hit that goal. So now I just want to see where I can take it from now.
Yeah, keep going, man.
I don't know if I should discuss this, but there's a when I was writing, filling out all the forms and everything yesterday. They're like, one of it's like you can't cash out checks, so they won't send you anything unless it's like $100. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a while before I get something done.
Oh wait, so you can't. So like,
They won't
wait,
send you any money until it's $100.
or over 100?
Yeah, so at least a
Oh,
hundred.
okay,
Yeah, and then you have to be consistent for like the whole year, or they could just cancel your affiliate contract.
oh dang,
Yeah, so I'm like,
dude.
damn, this
So
is
do you have to keep a minimum hours each week,
what
or?
I'm assuming. It's just like at least that. So like literally, the basics was like stream for like 15 hours for 7 days
Hmm.
in a in a 30-day period, and hit an average of 3 viewers. I'm like, that's manageable. So I'm
Hmm.
not worried about that. But I'm like, people who give up, you know,
Yeah.
their affiliates are probably gone.
I follow. I don't know if you got the invite for the Facebook group.
I
The
saw it. Yeah, I'm in there.
So I feel like you got that affiliate really quickly. Like I was actually really shocked how quick you got it, because there's people in there like needing help for that last requirement they were working on.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people like are stuck on that, and then they're like give up, and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
the one
So
that's really hard is the viewers. You
yeah,
have to have consistent viewers throughout the whole stream, and that's the one that sucks. Cause
I love what you sent us the other day
what?
with the Bernie Sanders. Once again,
I'm
it's
asking
not
you to please help me.
me and Gigi were laughing. It was funny.
But yeah, dude, I don't know if you know, but for partner, it's the same requirements, just a little more hours and streaming days. But you
Hmm.
have to average 75 viewers in a month.
That's.
It's
I feel like you could
doable.
do it.
It's
Yeah, you could do
doable
it, dude.
if you get a
You
good
could definitely
base. If it, yeah,
do it. I know if you keep working as hard as you have been on this, like it'll come quickly for you.
the things
Because I
I've
mean,
like,
affiliate came quickly.
yeah, a month, pretty much.
Hmm.
The thing that blew my mind was the game, how much I improved, like just playing my game, of just playing
Yeah,
so much.
I I didn't know if you were gonna play that game as much as you have been, but like it's makes for good content. I love Survivor Roulette or like Killer Roulette.
I'm
Mostly
working
Killer Roulette.
I'm working to get those perks, so because I do want to get people like more
More
interactive,
active. Yeah.
especially with the channel points, because I'm changing the numbers now because you guys are gonna take advantage of that so much. Because my other account almost got like 2,000. I'm like, oh, dude, they're gonna fucking they're gonna wreck me.
Yeah.
So I'm upping the amounts. Um, but yeah, Twitch.
I think I spent like what 500 points I think last
You
night.
you did the Survivor one and my loadout.
Oh, and the water one.
Yeah, so that was like 600 points, and you
Yeah,
probably still have a lot left over.
I have like about 700 left after, but that was just from like just watching your stream,
Yeah, you
and
just
so
watch.
there's a lot I need to learn from Twitch too, because I'm like
I'm still learning, man.
I don't even know. Like I was trying to like put fireworks on your screen, like the other guy did, and I was like, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna sit here and just type something instead.
What I really want is the emotes for you guys to use like when something happens.
hmm
So like
And
if I
you're
do a big brain play, I was thinking of putting my face with the big head,
hmm
things like that.
oh I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a couple stickers on Snapchat. You should definitely use.
Yeah.
All right,
Next one, I
what's
want
the
to
next one?
focus on this podcast
hmm
because we had a good thing going.
Dude, we were rolling. We
Yeah.
were nothing could stop. I think if we would have kept going, I think for sure we would have hit 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think this is probably the best year to do it. Because people have nothing to do at home.
yeah. A lot of people have been asking like, when are you guys gonna kick back up? And I'm like, soon,
My brother
soon
especially.
we're coming. Yeah, your brother Frankie was like, when's the next episode? And some of my other friends were asking, even my family asked. Yesterday they asked, and I was like, well, I'm glad you asked because we're
Coming soon.
recording tomorrow.
Coming
Yeah.
soon.
If you follow the Instagram account, I was putting little teasers up. Even on my personal account, I was putting some teasers up to try to promote some stuff for us. And oops, and because I really want us to get that ball back rolling and just have fun.
Yeah. If you ever see anything go up, it's mostly Mike. Mike's the PR guy.
I guess so.
I don't have PRs. I need some PR reps out here. He used to do what was it like what would you call like POP or
Oh,
like
marketing.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, marketing. Because I did it for McDonald's and I did it for Blockbuster.
Hmm.
I was the
So it was meant
mar
to be.
dude. Seriously, honestly, marketing is fun, but it's also exhausting because you're like, does this look good? Does it not look good?
Will people
Is he
look
gonna
at it?
like it? Well, yeah. Well, is this gonna attract anything? Like, what is this? And I was actually really happy with today's. I know you saw it.
The likes.
Huh?
Those
No,
the
the
likes.
post I posted today.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Google search, and then
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it had our name. I was like, dude, this looks really clean. I kind of want to make this like my wallpaper for my phone.
So yeah,
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done talking. That
that was wild.
was wild.
Last goal is kind of redundant, but I want to be very goal orientated this year because of things that happened, the previous experiences. I just feel like our time is not that long,
Mhm.
so it's calculated. So we gotta
Like our days are like numbered,
they're
kind of.
numbered, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching a video. It's like don't do something because you have to do it for yourself type of
Yeah.
thing. So I'm like, yeah.
I don't know
So
if
that's
you've
what I want
listened.
to do now.
I don't know if you listened to the thing I sent you from audiobook, I think, or whatever that Audible. Oh, there you
I don't think so.
go. It's for those of you who have the Audible app, definitely check out like Unfuck Yourself. So excuse my French, but that's what the book's called. And literally the guy's telling you things that you don't want to hear because you relate to them, you know. And one of the things I remember he was talking about New Year's resolutions was don't set New Year's resolutions because you're already entering the year with high expectations, and when you go through the year and you're not reaching those, like you just like you're setting yourself up for failure pretty much. And I know like these really do relate to what we want to do this year. So like I'm all for our New Year's resolutions. He does talk about other things. I can't really remember because December has been a really
Oh yeah.
bad month for me and my family. Um, but definitely check it out. I think it's something that will help you with that last goal. And not only that, but like it just makes you feel motivated and inspired. Well, it made me feel motivated and inspired. Like I just felt like being not necessarily a better person, but like just trying to live life better and safer and funner and
For yourself.
yeah, for yourself. Yeah. I'm a little lost right now. uh, uh, if I blank out like this, I do apologize. I know people hate it when I apologize, but I'm sorry. Like I had, like I said, I'm still recovering from COVID, and I'm pretty exhausted throughout like this past like 2 3 weeks that me and my family have been battling. So if I ever pause, I'm just thinking.
He has his thoughts. He just can't get them out.
I'm just so tired. I've really been exhausted.
Bro,
Um,
is there something I could bring up?
yeah,
Cobra Kai.
I've only watched episode 5.
Ah, dude,
I only watched episode 5.
as soon as you told me, I was like, oh, I forgot. I was at the store.
Yeah,
I was at the store with Clouds, and I was like, oh, wait for me. I'll watch it. I'll watch party with you on Chrome or something. We can watch it together.
dude, I honestly thought because you're the one that told me that it was supposed to go out and come out on January 8th, but they
Hmm.
moved it to January 1st,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, he's gonna see that
As soon as
before, like literally, dude. I thought like the minute hit midnight, I thought you were already gonna start watching it and be finished
hell,
by
I
like
forgot.
daylight.
I was actually streaming, so it didn't even cross my mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, it's pretty good. I like it.
dude,
Um,
no, get to the end. You're gonna want season 4 that quick.
they can't do that to us,
They
man.
will.
Not during quarantine, because it's gonna
It's
take longer for them to record the next season.
how do you think I felt when season 2 came out and I binge watched that in literally a night?
So, quick story. I actually went to San Fran and I binge watched all 2 seasons or two,
Yeah, the
yeah,
first two.
2 seasons.
Yeah,
The first two, I really didn't go out. I was literally just binge watching it, and I was like, this is so damn good.
right.
Definitely check out Cobra Kai, guys. Definitely, if
I
you
would
haven't
definitely recommend watching the original 3 movies from the 80s to give you more context.
already.
You kind of
Dude,
like blanked out.
yeah, no, I really liked how they go back.
And they show you.
In the yeah, it just makes it like more like nostalgic in a way. Like
Oh, hell
it
yeah.
makes you want to go watch the other three. I was like, dude, I kind of want to watch
Yeah,
now.
no. So like what I was gonna do, I was like, man, I want to watch all 3 again, and then go back and watch Cobra Kai again. But then I'm gonna be like, I want season 4 already.
Is there any other like Netflix series that you're pretty excited about coming out this year, or is it just
Mm-mm.
Cobra Kai?
No, this dude. Honestly, I don't even watch Netflix. Like, if you ever see like me, I never watch Netflix.
Oh, dude, they got rid of The Office.
I saw
So
that.
I was rewatching it because I had nothing to do. I was just
Mhm.
sleeping and just watching TV. I got to season 2 or 3, and when I was cleaning and sanitizing my whole room, I just put it on, just watch it, have it in the background. And now, like that is gone, like I feel like I don't even need Netflix anymore. I'm like, my life's pointless now.
No, you
What
know
am I
what?
gonna do
You're
now?
exactly right because I was the same way with Scrubs. I would binge watch Scrubs all the time on Netflix,
Hmm.
and as soon as they took it off, like, cause I would
Like,
rewatch it all the time, and I'm like, dude, I want to just watch it. And when they took it off, I'm just like, now what do I watch? I don't want to watch anything.
speaking of Netflix, for those of you that do have it, and I'm not sure if this show or movie appears anywhere else, like on Hulu or Amazon Video. I think you should watch it. It's kind of like a satire. It speaks on events that happened in 2020, but it's also like very satire, and it's pretty funny of like the comments that they say.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Death to 2020. I
Mm.
think it's trending on number 10 right now on Netflix. Uh, and it kind of like uh, summarizes like all of 2020 with the most important like kind of drastic events. I didn't agree with them, you know. I don't really care. Not that I don't care. It's just it doesn't affect me that Megan Prince Harry left.
Oh, that
But
doesn't affect us at all. Like,
yeah, like I'm like
I
I don't
love, I
think I
love
needed
when
to know that.
I usually like look at the news like on Snapchat. I know, fucking new generation little dumbass. Like, go read a newspaper, you know? Like, but
Yeah,
no, I go on Snapchat.
same dude.
Anyways,
To be honest, same.
and then I'm like, oh, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. I'm like, dude, I don't care. What the hell does this affect me? Like
Yeah,
the
or
same thing.
like
It's like, oh, the Kardashians had a party. I'm
I
like,
was just
dude,
about to say that.
I don't fucking care. Like, give me actual shit. Like, it's so annoying.
Oh, this will lead perfectly right into our next topic is 2020. We're gonna review the timeline. We're looking back on 2020. If
Horrible
you
year.
do not
Horrible,
want to
horrible year.
listen to this, I do not blame you. If you want to skip ahead, do it. We're gonna split this up. or who knows? Maybe we just might go through it. It just depends. Um, let's start. You ready?
January 2020.
January 2020. You hold on before we start though.
Hmm.
You got a blanket with you. You got it like a cuddle buddy. You got some papers because I mean you might cry because of how horrible this
I
year was.
I always sit with the blanket here because it gets cold.
I always put a jacket on. It's always freezing in my room. All right, guys. So January 2020, we opened the year with Australia's on fire, saying, "Do
Oh, I
you
forgot
remember that?
about that.
Australia is on fire. Millions
Yeah.
of acre burned. That was January 1st. And on the 3rd, the Iranian general Qasem, sorry if I butcher his name, Soleimani was killed by the U.S. airstrike.
I remember that.
The CDC issued a travel notice for Americans going to Wuhan. Authorities reported a cluster of pneumonia cases. That was when the Wuhan market was like the cause, not the cause, but like they're pointing fingers at like, oh, it's the market that's you
Hmm.
know causing all this.
You said pneumonia was going on the rise.
Yeah, pneumonia. So COVID wasn't really because COVID causes pneumonia. It
Mm-hmm.
inflates your GI, it inflates your respiratory. It could cause pneumonia. And that could just from aspirating. If you were like to cough and then you stuck liquid back into your bronchioles, like that's how you really get pneumonia or bacteria.
Because I think you remember because my uncle ended up passing in February,
hmm
and he was in the
So,
hospital for a whole month.
yeah,
And but he got pneumonia, so that's why I brought it up.
it it could. I don't know if they
Probably like
tested
the
him.
first one of the first ones, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to go too off topic, but I want to stay within the pneumonia cases. There was one, and I think I've already said this, but there was one weekend I've been working in November. It was a night shift, and we experienced 12 deaths
Jesus.
in 3 days. And to me, I was like, this doesn't happen often. Like, what the heck? So, when authorities and CDC say that like it could have been here prior to January, February, March, because March was probably the
March.
worst month
Yeah.
ever. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was reading through everything. I have 3 pages of
We'll
report to go
we'll,
through.
we'll go through March, but yeah.
Yeah, but I condensed. I originally had five, and I condensed it down to three. So I'm trying to go through this as quickly as possible. The U.S. House votes to impeach or send articles of impeachment to Trump to the U.S. Senate
that was this past year. Damn,
January 15th.
it's been a long
The
year.
first, yeah, the first case of COVID infection reported in the U.S. was a 35-year-old man who returned from China. And I remember this 'cause I was like, it's over. It's over. It's game over.
As
Like
soon
we're
as
not
we
gonna
got,
come
as
back.
soon as one came in,
Seriously. All right, man. You know, you got a ball of paper. You just Kobe.
oh,
Yeah, Kobe and his daughter Gianna and seven others died in a helicopter crash on the 26th. Who declares and who is the World Health Organization? Declares COVID a public health emergency. And it doesn't really pertain to us, but it is kind of like a big event that happens for Europe. And Britain was the UK Brexit that happened at the end
What's
of the month.
Brexit?
February.
Oh man,
Not it's not that bad of a month compared to all the other months. There are some months where I just like this is not important. We don't need to learn it. And guys, my source is the LA Times. You guys could go on there and actually read the long page of everything that's happened because there's like celebrity stuff. There's a lot of politics I don't want to bring into it because it's a lot of politics. It would have been like a 7 page report. And also, like, if you don't want to read anything, check out that docu or that film on Netflix, Death of 2020. Uh, I was kind of like, I mentioned Kobe. Let's mention this guy. Kirk Douglas dies at 103, 103 years old on the
hey, that
5th.
man lived a life though.
Mm-hmm. Ahmaud Arbery, African American man shot and killed by a father and son while jogging in Georgia.
Oh, I
Remember
remember
that?
that? Yeah.
That was pretty big too. The first COVID case, or the first COVID death reported in the U.S. Was on February 29th, but later more would be reported that they had died previously to COVID earlier in the year. So that's all I was saying. Like it could have been, you know, as far as back as November of 2020.
The only issue that I don't think it was because we were all there with them with no masks and none of us, or unless we
No.
were all, asymptomatic and didn't show anything.
It's possible. I think a lot of people are like, I think the population is a lot more like asymptomatic than symptomatic. All right, the big one,
March.
March. I cut a lot for March,
Well, I want
so
to
this
see. I want to hear how
this
long it is now.
is this is what I put. Italy placed itself on a nationwide quarantine that happened on March 9th,
Oh,
and the Dow Jones falls more than 2,000 points.
do you remember when the Italy thing started? Everyone's like, "World's done. Goodbye, world."
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it was like looking at like a zombie movie. Like when I think it was like 28 days later, where the whole world like kind of like quarantines and isolates, and everybody's like gone, and no one's out in the streets. It was weird. Who declares COVID outbreak a pandemic? I decided to put stuff like that in because I feel like it's like kind of important to the
So
timeline.
yeah, no, that's when it started to be a pandemic. So that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a year.
In March,
Yeah.
March 11th,
Oh,
the
my
day
brother's
before my
birthday.
mom,
That's my brother's
uh,
birthday.
a day before my mom's birthday. Harvey Weinstein sentenced to 23 years in prison on March 11th.
Who's that? I don't remember.
Harvey Weinstein. He's the recently he's been shown in like a Volker. I don't know. I think he's like a political figure, or I could be wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. We don't have our fact checker here today,
We don't pay him enough.
but yeah, we don't pay him enough. But I think he had like fraud or sexual harassment charges, one of the two.
Can't remember, but
And now this is when sports start canceling their season.
oh,
So NBA, NFL, NCAA cancel their championship tournaments. Did I say MLB? They
dude,
all canceled.
you know what you just brought up. I was really excited for the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics every 4 years.
That happens.
Probably like April, May, right? Because they were waiting for a while.
I have it somewhere.
We could
Because
get to it.
yeah, LA school districts, they close all the schools on the 13th. On that same day, Trump declares COVID a national emergency, and Breonna Taylor is shot and killed in her home. Spain also goes into a lockdown, and because of that, the Dow Jones falls almost 3,000 points, and it's the largest single day point drop ever. That's wild.
It's fucking wild, man.
We're not done with March. Governor Gavin Newsom announces stay-at-home orders. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like surreal. Like that was when uh, I think like a fourth or maybe half of the population here was like, "All right, it's something serious."
That's when they started sending letters of essential businesses,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. 2020, the Summer Olympics in Tokyo suspended till 21. That happened on March 24th. And my heart didn't really like drop. I wasn't going to cry, but like it was kind of sad to read this. A million Californians filed for unemployment.
Oh yeah.
The Senate and the White House agreed to a $2 trillion stimulus package.
Which can I
Labor,
just add is fucking embarrassing that we can barely get any money
it is it. I had a conversation with my brother-in-law about this the other day because he was like, "Why can't we just close the whole U.S. and
because we'll
like
go
not?"
broke.
Yeah,
We
like
can't produce money.
as much as we would love to, like it would just not work out for us. The Labor Department reports are a record high 3.25 million Americans filed for unemployment the previous week. That happened in March 26th. And you remember the epicenter here in the US for a while?
New York.
Yeah, New York passes 75,000 COVID cases, and the US now has more than 163,000 reported cases, and death tolls reached 3,000. 70% of the US is on lockdown. That happened on March 31st. That was when like America was like, or the U.S. was really getting made fun of on social
Yeah,
media.
dude, because we're a first world country and we're acting out here like we're a third world country, and we
Exactly.
can't do what we have to do.
And that's the end of March. But like I said, if you guys want to go check out all everything that happened in March,
Probably
definitely go
way
take a look.
more.
All right, April. The worldwide cases pass a million. 6.6 million workers file for unemployment on the 2nd of April in the U.S. The CDC recommends everyone to consider wearing a mask.
Consider, maybe.
Consider. I underlined that because I was like, so when I read that, I was like, so are they gonna mandate it or so they never actually like have that on the timeline.
They never
And
did, right?
no,
It's all been
it was a
state law.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah. The U.S. becomes the first country to report 2,000 COVID cases. I'm sorry, COVID deaths in a single day. That was April 10th. And the U.S. passes a million COVID cases. Worldwide tips at 3 million. That was on the 27th of April. So far, our year from January to April has really been shitty.
It's not gonna get any better.
you know,
I
you
don't know
know,
what you're waiting for.
positive attitude, man. Come on.
Sorry,
We
dude.
enter we enter May, and this one kind of made me laugh because I remember this like it was yesterday. The U.S. faces an invasion of murder hornets. You
Oh
remember when
my
they were coming from
god.
Canada, and
I
everyone's like,
remember
"Oh
that.
my god!" And then that's when the memes of like each month was going to be something different happening.
Have you ever you seen that meme where it's like death and he has his I don't know what the hell to call it. It's kind of like a pitchfork, and
Mm-hmm.
he's going around like rooms,
Oh, it's
and then it's like it's like January it was COVID, and then it was COVID, and then it's coming up to May, and it's gonna be like murder hornets right behind.
I don't think I saw that one yet. U.S. unemployment reaches 14.7%, 33 million jobless claims filed since mid March.
33 million, dude.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a
fucking
lot of
people.
people. Um, and this is also where probably the tip of the iceberg really set off Americans. Um, Minneapolis police officer is filmed while pressing his knees on the neck of George Floyd for 8 minutes, killing him, and the video goes viral. That's when just all hell. I think that's when, like I said, the tipping point of Americans were just
Oh yeah.
fed up with everything.
I didn't even want
Um,
to watch that video. I knew it was harsh to watch,
um,
so I ended up watching it.
it was all over.
Yeah.
It was everywhere, dude. It was kind of hard not to watch it, and it's sad that stuff like that is still happening in 2020. And not that ended May with like the top news. Now we go to June. And this is when some of the sports are voting to start. So the NBA and the MLB wanted to start voting on reopening their seasons or restarting it.
Hmm.
And the US exceeds 2 million confirmed cases. That's pretty much all I wrote for June. Now July, Ghislaine Maxwell arrested by the FBI on charges that she helped lure at least 3 girls to be sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein.
I do
That
remember
happened
that.
on the second. I wrote a little note. A lot is happening from July on. Protests, major political activities, sports trying to start back up, thunderstorms, a lot of fires, cause a lot of damage and evacuation.
I
So
do.
this is probably like
You
one of the worst
remember
years for 2020.
we had a lot of fires in the state, like more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that one with the what was it like the baby? What is it like the reveals of the baby down south?
Oh, the gender reveal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you meant like the baby, the rapper, like started a fire. He's like, yeah, I just dropped my mixtape.
probably did. I don't even know.
August 28th, Wakanda.
Yeah,
Chadwick Boseman passes at 43 due to colon cancer, I believe.
dude, I remember that day we were playing Yumi and Sid,
It was like hella late. It was like 11 or midnight. And you're like, Chad Bowman just died. We're like, what? You're like, yeah, he just died.
and then Sid messaged his girlfriend, and she's like, "What's going on?" And like, because we were playing 7 Days to Die. I remember this, and I just got the message. I'm like, this can't be real.
Yeah. You know what's so weird too about like so much has happened from already in August, but and we're already January 21st. I'm sorry, January 21. But like I feel like I remember all these things, like these big
Mm-hmm.
news, like it was yesterday, and
Yep.
I remember feeling like, oh shit, like the world's ending, or like this is terrible,
It can
and
only
like
it's only getting worse.
yeah. September 28th, Supreme Court Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies at
Mm.
87. Also on the 20th of September, COVID deaths in California top at 15,785,000 cases, the most out of any state. And back to the fire thing. October 2nd, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection reports 4 million acres burned, 31 people killed, and 8,200 structures destroyed due to fires. That's pretty bad.
Not counting the animals that might have died too,
Hmm.
all the wildlife.
And we're at the end of our list with the last 2 months. I don't think. in a way, like the last 2 months were as bad as the beginning of this year, but they are pretty bad still. November, U.S. becomes the first country to exceed 100,000 daily cases of COVID. That was on the 9th. Now, the Pfizer vaccine was reported to be 90% effective in early studies. Later on November 18th, the vaccine is 95% effective, and the Moderna reports to be 94.5 effective. California, infections surpassed a million on the 12th of November.
We're breaking records we shouldn't be doing.
The FDA on this. Now we're going into December. The FDA allowed emergency uses of the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine. Um, the U.S. Electoral College confirms Joe Biden the victor on the 14th. Um, and more than 317,000 people have died in the U.S. from COVID. International death toll is 1.68 million, and I do have um, stats if you want me to go over those.
No, go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
listening. Don't think I'm not.
Okay. No, 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 no. I know. So as of midnight, pretty much of today, the 4th. Here in California, we have 2.43 million cases, and we have 26,000 deaths. The heaviest county is LA County with 819,000 cases and 10,000 deaths.
I heard they're not even sending ambulances to get people with like health conditions because they're so backed up. They don't have space.
Yeah, I've been reading that. It's sad because like I mentioned this, on our first podcast.
Hmm.
You have to choose like who you're going to save and who you can't save, and who's doomed and who's not doomed. And as a doctor or nurse, I'm pretty sure that weighs heavy on them. Our county ranks about like the median or the middle of all the counties of California with 19,000 cases and 196 deaths.
Which is surprising since they don't actually follow the regulations that are in place.
Mm-hmm. The U.S. stats is 20.7 million cases and 352,000 deaths, and worldwide is 85.1 million cases. 47.8 million have recovered, and it was 1.84 million deaths worldwide.
Damn.
So that is our COVID timeline of
COVID
2020.
COVID timeline.
And I think this is perfect to ask you if you could pick 3 words to describe 2020, what would they be?
I actually wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. Challenging, just to make it through the damn year.
Yeah.
Because you and me actually had a scare before you actually got COVID, and we were just like wondering if we could even hang out at all
Yeah.
at some points. But man, just even I had a lot of hardships. I lost 2 people, not even to COVID, just accidents. This past year, so and exhausting because I feel like if you ask anyone who made it through this year, it just felt so long.
I feel like it was never
Um,
going
yeah,
to end.
honestly, I don't think I've ever had something that felt like the longest year, like this past year.
Hmm.
I don't know, and just a lot of hardship for I don't know, even just going to the store, you couldn't even go out safely, and losing people. Obviously, I have a heavy heart now, so
Yeah.
it's been a bad year. I could
Bad
definitely
year.
say it's definitely been a bad year.
Probably, hopefully, the worst year of our lifetime,
Oh
and
yeah,
all the other
hopefully.
years are pieces of cakes. Um,
What about you?
I had, it's funny because I told you like, oh, go on there and like, I have questions like I don't want to ask you, and then you try to blink. No, I'm trying to blink. I had 3. They weren't very nice words for 2020. Um, Ignorance.
Mm.
Um, I forgot the other 2, but I had them. But it was pretty much like what I wanted to say about 2020 is we saw like I think this was the year that we actually saw the country really divide.
Show its. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say show its true colors, but it's not really true. It was really
Yeah,
divided for sure.
it's been divided. A lot of ignorance, a lot of people that just don't care. I guess.
Yeah,
Um, for sure, I agree with all of like your three words. Like they've been challenging. We've gone through hardships, and it has been exhausted. And I was joking with my family, and we were saying that we made it all year without catching COVID till the
the last
last
month.
damn month, and it's been shitty. Um, but we don't have to talk about that. um, Another question: what was the single best thing that happened to you this past year?
Oh man. So for anyone who doesn't know, or you know, one of my best friends passed away in November, and due to COVID, he came back home. So I got to see a lot more of him. From I think from March until his passing in November. Um, but like one of the best things was hanging out with him again, cause he lived in LA, so I didn't see him at all. It was from our graduation in 2013 to now.
Dang.
I would see him when the semester would end, or when he would come for family stuff. So you know, him being here, he lived like not even 2 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
So I'd just be like, "Hey man, I'm coming over," type of thing, because I would always hang out with him. And then you got to meet him finally.
Yeah. Asiago.
Um, he saw me build my PC at the start of the year, and he really wanted to build one as well. So I'm like, "Hey man, with my limited knowledge, I think I could help you build something." So he ended up going all out. Uh, the best monitors. His case was looking nice. He even bought like a sound system for his whole speak. He was blasting music at 2 in the
The setup.
morning, just like half drunk. I'm like, damn
Yeah.
man, this man like really loved what he did. And I don't know, that was probably the best because it made him so happy, and just to be back home with his family.
Not only that, but it made you happy too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you're hell happy. It was really fun to like hang out, and
Mm-hmm.
plan things that we really wanted to do. And I felt like uh with his energy, like we could have done everything and anything. Like if we said like let's go on a spontaneous road trip, he'd be like, "Fuck yeah, fucker, let's go."
He said, "As long as there's beer, I'm going."
Yeah, dude. Like he was, you know,
Little
it,
insider. Sorry to cut you
yeah.
off, but
No, it's fine. I couldn't think right now.
uh, also big reason why the podcast stopped was literally the week of his passing. He was the next guest,
Yeah,
so we just didn't feel it right to keep it going, type of thing, because of the circumstances.
yeah. This is for the viewers, listeners. This was what I was talking about in the morning. The obstacle that we pretty much were facing was the end of
Recovery.
November, beginning December. It was tough for a lot of people to kind of be okay with the way that things are, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be okay with the way things are. And you know, you get down to the nitty gritty stuff, and life is tough and unfair, but it's what we're given, and I think we need to take what we can from our experiences and just like love it and not hate it, and just live life to have fun, live it for yourself, make it work for you.
What I was gonna say is pretty much opened my eyes to pretty much, excuse my language, but take life by the balls and do what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and just you never know. This was just an accident, and no one. We keep blaming ourselves, but it just happened, and I don't know. Just gotta make sure you live your life. Then
Mm-hmm.
can't waste time.
Not to like sad in the mood anymore, but like he really showed me like I need to live life. We need to live life more. We're not getting what we should because if anybody met him, like you would see how like full of life he was
Mm.
and how much like he was experiencing the world.
How many
And
stories he had?
yeah, and like he he was younger than me, but like he would call me big man. It always made me feel like a little kid, like I was his little brother, and it taught me like I've spent so much time working and dedicating myself to school. And I know that's part of like growing up, but like he got his bachelor's
Yeah,
and
it's 4 years.
that's tough work. Yeah. And like that taught me like, dude, like I am making excuses not to live life and that's not good for myself. And before catching COVID, I was like, we're living life. I couldn't do that anymore. So there's lessons to be taught from or take away from everything that we experienced, and I hope everybody realizes that.
Do you have your good experience to move on?
Yeah. uh Honestly, I was thinking about this earlier and I was saying like nursing school, like I've been
Oh
fighting for
yeah,
this damn thing, but then um I'm just happy that my family's here. you know the way that we were the past couple of weeks, like things could have gone south, and I'm so happy that they didn't because I was not ready to lose anybody else, and I'm just happy that mom and dad home finally healthy ish, sister brother are doing okay. So I think that's probably the best thing that's happened, despite all my other adventures,
I was gonna
my non-existent
I was
adventures.
gonna say funny, but I don't think funny is the right word. But more like unfortunate that you know how your
It
house
took,
is split. The one
yeah,
side of the house got COVID, and then it swapped over.
yeah. It took all of us.
And sorry, being as careful. I know your mom was probably very careful
Mm,
with it because I know your dad is more uh, prone, you know,
yeah,
to the disease.
yeah. Um, so I'll just briefly talk about it. We don't know exactly who brought it, but my sister was the first one to fall to the symptoms, and then I fell the next day, and then my brother fell the next day, and then my mom was taking care of all three of us. And when I don't know how I got through it because it was tough. My dad put it perfectly the other day. Like you're in a dream state. You're not fully awake, but you're not fully asleep, and you're just kind of like there, and you don't remember half the things that you're saying or half things that you're doing. And so I felt really, kind of guilty because I caught myself with like without my mask on, and I'm coughing up a storm in my living room or my bedroom, and my mom's coming in here checking up on me and taking care of me. She's taking all those droplets out into the room. Um, I went to the hospital twice. I understood now why people were saying that like COVID, he like this person passed because of COVID, and it might not have been strictly COVID symptoms, but it could have been something else. Like I got diagnosed with pancreatitis while I had COVID. Pancreatitis could kill you. So if I were to have passed from that, I would have been labeled he died due to complications with COVID. And so like having it makes me understand a little bit more about it. Um, a week or less than a week later, my dad gets it, my mom gets it, and he was in the hospital for 5 days. So I think the thing is like it's kind of sad that it took COVID for me to realize that how much I actually like love my family, I guess, and love my friends. I don't want any of you guys to get this because it was by far one of the worst experiences I've ever experienced. I didn't even get it like as bad as some of the other people that are getting it for like 3 months or 9 months. Can you imagine having COVID symptoms for 9 months? No, thank you.
Nope.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble.
No, you're good.
So like I said, happiest moment probably my family being home.
And you got to start the new year with your dad coming home.
Yeah, that was really exciting. He's slowly getting better, but it is kind of like sad to see him because like you don't think,
You don't want to seem sick.
yeah, like when I was little, like and I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate. Like your parents are like superheroes. Like nothing could hurt them, and then when you see them this sick, like it kind of hurts you. It definitely does break my heart. So let's move on. What was the biggest time waster in your life in the past year?
YouTube and TikTok. Literally
Same,
today,
dude.
literally today, I was on my bed and I'm like, let's go on TikTok. And I look up back up the clock and I'm like, it's been an hour and a half. What am I doing with my life?
Seriously, dude. Like on TikTok, like time flies, but like tenfold. I'm like, bro, it was like 2 o'clock earlier. Now it's already fucking 4.
and
I think I
then
would have the same.
and then YouTube can't get me off of YouTube. I'll look up anything on YouTube, cooking recipes, anything, bro. Oh, I love YouTube.
Not to drift too far. Recently purchased an air fryer. Have you been looking up recipes for
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
What did I do the other day? What did I show? Oh, I made my mom onion rings because she loves onion rings for some reason.
Hmm.
Then we made French fries. I heard you can make pizza in there too, like really good pizza. Um, Mr. Healthy over here says he wants to make fried Oreos.
Dude, I've been like they've been popping up on my TikTok feed, and I was like, bro, these fried Oreos are amazing. I've had fried Oreos before. Don't get oh man. I need to take care of myself because of pancreatitis, but I'm willing to risk going back to the hospital and getting it because I need to have it before I start eating even more healthier.
Oh, you know what else I made? I made a copycat Popeye chicken sandwich, but a spicier version.
You didn't tell me,
I did tell you.
did you? I
I
don't
did.
remember.
You said, "Oh, I gotta get better so you can make some now."
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
My
Air fryers.
parents, they love them,
I didn't think they were gonna be useful,
dude.
but if you're looking for a gift to give anybody, give them a damn air fryer.
Dude, 10 minutes, your food's cooked.
Yeah,
Max ten
it does cook
minutes.
a lot quicker. I do have a complaint though. It could have been me. I'm just gonna blame it on myself because I was cooking for my family for like we had our Christmas yesterday, and I had two like planchas put in
Mm-hmm.
or plugged in, and then I had the oven on, and then I had my air fryer on and the stove on, and then it just completely just blew all the fuses in the kitchen. I was like, "It's the air fryer."
It does take a lot of energy.
It does. Definitely worth the purchase. I don't care if you've had one and never used it. Start using it because it is a time saver and such. It's such a convenience.
Is yours just an air fryer? Because we have like a conventional stove type one, and it does like other
Oh
stuff like toast and all that in there.
no, mine's just a regular air fryer. So I got to meet myself. Gotta get a cop.
What were we on? Oh, there was another recipe. I think you sent me the. What was it? Oreos? I
The
think it
fried
was.
Oreo?
It was no, but it wasn't the fried ones. It was like in pastry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
I think it's like a biscuit dough and you wrap it up or
yeah.
something.
And then you put like powdered sugar. I showed my mom.
Those are good, dude.
She's like, go get some right now. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. We don't need that right now.
Before that's such a convenient recipe because before my sister would make them and she would make the batter. You have to dip it a couple times, and it wouldn't be the best doughy like fluffy dough that you would
Mm.
want. They were good. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of like more pastry-ish dish and more for what you're working for, like I think that's going to be like the best. If they're good, I'm gonna eat them a lot until I probably pass out or something.
I I sent. I know I sent you a picture, but I don't remember which one because I sent it to Sid too. And he's like, "Oh, you made those in the air fryer?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I did. He's like, "Oh, he convinced me to get one."
Sid, I promise you
That
that's
thing's
something you
amazing.
definitely need. I love it. And the funny thing is, my parents weren't using it at all. They were like, "Do you want this air fryer?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll get one. I'll take it off your hands." And ever since I've been using, they're like, "We want it back." I'm like, "Nah, oh, it's
Nah,
mine
yeah,
now.
you
You gave it
gave it as a gift.
to
That's like giving something for Christmas and be like, "Hey, you know."
I think I don't want to come off as like ignorant. What it's called, Indian giver.
Is that really?
You take Yeah, or like if you gift something and you're like, you know what, I want it back, so you try to get it back. I don't know why it's called the Indian giver. Next research for the next episode.
I was gonna say my mom, she had, you know those ads where that come up on TV. I don't know if you still watch TV, but the ones that would be like, "Oh, buy this, but wait, there's more.
Hmm.
I'll throw in this and this." So she would always see one on Saturday. It was the new wave, which is the one we got, the air fryer. They're like, "Oh, we'll throw in this pizza kit too." So it has, like what the hell is it? Is it a stone? What's it called?
The one that you put in the oven above or below the
It's like
pizza. You
it's
cook
like
it.
yeah, it's like the little
With
wooden, yeah, the handle one with the wood.
the I know what it's called, but I can't remember it. I have
Yeah.
one.
So it came with all that, and then it's like, and then you want a pressure cooker for free, just pay shipping and handling. Like, fuck yeah!
Bro.
It was only $30 for the shipping and
What?
handling. Yeah. So we got a pressure cooker too. So it ended up coming out to like with all that, it was like 210. But take in mind, it's
Uh,
a conventional oven thing
I
too.
just had a heart attack.
You could do it in payments as well, which is
Oh, okay.
cool. Yeah. So
That's actually really nice. You got is it like a pizza oven or a pizza kit?
it's a kit
Oh, so you got the pizza kit, pressure cooker, and
and the whole
like is it all in one or is it just like
yeah, it's
all separate? Oh, it's all in one.
the pressure cooker's by itself,
Oh, okay.
and then the oven has the air frying,
Dang. You got a
dehydrate all that.
fancy one. You got a
Yeah,
fancy. I got like a basic one. It
yeah.
it gets the job done though. Even with basic ones, you guys can make a lot of stuff.
I'm just
I make
saying,
calzones. Calzones, dude, are
dude.
amazing.
The last one I had was when we went to the Chicos, probably like 2 years ago now.
Bro, that was like longer than 2 years. That was like 3 years.
Two
I
years, probably, and those were all right.
mm-hmm.
But I'm
They're
pretty
pretty
sure
good.
you make better ones, homemade
Mm,
homemade
no,
ones.
I don't think so.
Well, you're not
Sorry,
Italian
I'm
enough.
burping. No, that's more of
uh,
Sid's department. So when I made mine, like it came out like really airy
hmm.
because I think I used too much dough
Oh,
and not enough stuffing on the inside. So I had that issue. Like literally, like I had one like this big, and I was like, bro, look at my calzone. Like I loved it, but to some people, like might want it filled.
they're like,
Filled.
where the hell's all the stuffing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People don't know. It's probably the best thing to describe it. It's probably like a pizza wrapped around,
Pizza
pretty much.
pocket,
Yeah,
like a big pizza pocket,
big ass
but
pizza bucket.
way fancier and way better. Um, and to end our questions for 2020, what was the biggest thing you learned this year?
I want to keep harping on it. We have to live our life for ourselves. Don't be afraid to reach for your goals and don't leave it for tomorrow because our life is precious.
Well said,
I
because
mean,
I agree.
I mean,
There's really no other way to put it. It's true. Like we can't.
like
Don't
imagine
wait for
we
something.
got it, we got COVID, and we couldn't, we weren't gonna live the rest of our lives pretty much. So
Yeah,
you never know.
never know. I agree.
What did
Do
you
what?
What did you learn?
Huh?
What did you learn?
No, like literally like the same thing. Like I
Oh,
would probably throw in like uh cherish the people that you
yeah.
love, that you surround yourself with, because like you said, like one day they could be here and the next they're gone. And
And you,
unfortunately, like we've had the experience, and we've had to experience that last year, and it's not the best feeling.
mm-mm.
um it's hard, but it just teaches you to really appreciate those around you. And you know for any guys, girls out there, if you have a crush, go tell them, man,
The
because
worst thing that can happen is gonna say no, and that's it.
they're gonna say
That's it.
no.
That's it. Fuck it. Whatever. Move on.
Usually, this is type of topic is meant for someone I know who may be living in the same house. So I'm not going to say their name, but
But
if you
they
like
put
somebody,
little crying memes everywhere
exactly,
and
just let
doesn't
them
speak
know
his
how you
heart out.
feel. Yeah,
Just talk to them, man. It's all you gotta
just do
do.
it.
What's the worst that can
Or
happen?
or if you're a girl and you have a crush on a guy, tell them how you feel.
I saw
Probably.
TikTok today. This girl shot a shot, her shot, sorry, at a guy that she had just started working with, and it ended up working out for her.
See, most of the time for guys, it's usually like they're gonna feel the same about you.
Oh yeah,
I think it's very rare that the guy would be like, "Oh, Usually the girls are like, I ain't want yo stink.
Do you remember? Do you remember that TikTok I sent you? It's like, man, for a girl and a guy, liking is different. It's like if there's 100 guys and that one girl, that one guy doesn't like her, she's going crazy over it. But if
Mm-hmm.
there's one guy and one girl likes him, oh, he's over the fucking moon
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So everybody shoot your shot. Tell people you love them. Don't be shy. You know, tomorrow's not promised.
Tomorrow's
And
not
to
promise.
you like that?
Yeah.
I don't even know where I pulled it out, but I've heard it before.
No, it's not Michael original.
No, it's not. We're gonna go ahead and end on a little funner 2020 topic. Let's look over our top 5 songs of 2020.
Dude,
I'll let you go
I
first.
love Spotify Wrapped. Uh,
It was fun.
yeah,
I like when they do that. I
yeah.
wish they waited to the end of the year because like in December, like my whole playlist just
But it's weird because they
changed.
don't do it exactly at the end. They do it like December the first week.
Yeah, it's like the first or last week of like this, or first week of December, last week of November, depending.
Like, what if I like bang out this song and it goes to my number one now?
I'm telling you, man. Like I'm. They should wait till the
Yeah.
last day because I December my whole playlist changed. I was like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm a different person. Let's
Okay,
hear your 5.
1238 by
Mm.
Childish Gambino, coming in at a whopping 303 plays.
I might have been like 100 of those with you.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely
listened
in the
to it a
car.
lot.
In the car. The next one you probably don't know this artist. It's SX. Too soon. I like listening to a lot of like UK music.
Mhm.
It has a lot of like hip hop to it as well. So I get onto that. More Childish Gambino. Algorithm. Literally the song right after 1238.
Mhm.
So you always got to put that in there. It's a banger. It's a banger.
I like it.
Uh, this one's probably gonna be weird for people. For people who don't know who this is,
Or
KSI.
who know him but don't know he has a music
Music,
career as
yeah.
well.
KSI, Killa Killa. Man,
I've never.
when this song came out with the lyric video, it was playing 24/7. I said, "Oh, run it back, run it back."
Honestly, if you were to play it, like I would be like, oh yeah, I know that song because like we listen to. Oh, I listen to you listen to music sometimes. I'm like, it's chill. I like it. I don't mind it.
And then the
But there's
last
like
one. Sorry, go ahead.
opportunities where like or times where someone plays something and I'll be like, oh yeah, like I know this song. Like especially like Spanish songs.
Mm-hmm.
When people put Spanish songs on and I start singing it, they're like, you know this? I'm like, yeah, Alex plays it all the time on his playlist.
Hang out with me, you'll get good music.
Yeah, no lies, no lies.
Last one. Cafe Tacuba, Old Boys.
Kind of like a band we
Metamorphosis.
bonded over too.
What was that?
So we kind of bonded over that band
Oh,
too.
dude, I love. I really wanted for them to have. So, a weird thing. I would. It was been 3 years. So this 2020 would have been my fourth year in a row watching them live, and I really wanted to take Michael to go see him, because he was like fangirling over them ever since.
I still listen to them, believe it or not. I um, what was it? The Cancer de
Topo de Cáncer,
yeah, there we go. I love that song so much. I love like
the
the
instruments.
guitar in the intro and then how soft his voice is. Like it's a lovely song. I love it.
Yeah, and thanks COVID. You know,
COVID had it. I mean, hopefully with vaccinations this year,
hopefully.
we could get back to our normal lives.
I don't think I've told you this. I'm pretty sure I have, but for people who don't know, I actually, when they came to the first country I went to, they came an hour away. So I'm like, I'm going. General admission, $40. I'm there. So I'm out here thinking people are gonna show up. I show up like 6 hours before the concert. There's
Yeah,
not a soul around. I'm the only one there. I'm like,
you're
well,
like yeah.
so I'm like, I'm not going home. I gotta stay here now. It's an
Hmm.
hour there and then drive back. So I stayed there and I was literally the first one at the gate. And I'm like, I'm getting front row. And when the whole concert was over, two of the four members came down and like, slapped our hands on the way out. I'm like, dude, I would listen to this music as a kid. Now, like for me
Now
to
seeing them live.
seeing them live and like shake my hand pretty much, that's insane for me. My first concert.
If the only concert I was like actually up close for was the Childish Gambino one. If he would have slapped my hand or shake my hand or breathed on my hand, I would
Breath.
have breath. I would have been like, ah, chop it off, hang it up on the wall.
Or even acknowledged you.
My friends, some of my other friends are like, if he would have passed you the doobie, would you smoked it? I was like, hell yeah, whatever
You're
Daddy
like,
Gambino says, I'm doing. You know, that's a whole experience. I, we
oh
I
man,
hope he makes more music, and I hope we have opportunities to go see him because he's such a great performer.
I'm pretty
I
sure
love
he is. What the theory is that he's not gonna be a Charles Gambino anymore. Just because
Cover.
his last album was even Donald Glover presents.
Oh really?
Yeah, so pretty sure he's gonna use that name now.
I'm I'm fuck with
I mean,
it.
it's the same music. I don't give a fuck. He could call himself Cuckoo Kaka. I don't care as long as he's banging out music.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to actually like his last album? Because I know we were both
Oh
like
no,
very iffy on it.
I loved it as soon
Oh,
as
did you?
yeah when it came out. I remember specifically I was with JL and my brother was here. I don't know. I think he came down for his birthday because it came out in March,
Mm-hmm.
and we were hanging out in Joe's house. I'm like, dude, I fuck with this, because I had heard it already on the stream when he had streamed it, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna keep this on forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, no one knew what it was, and then when it came out, I'm like, oh, this is the exact same thing. So I'm like, yeah, I fuck with this. The one that I didn't at first was Awaken My Love. At first, I was like, this isn't Childish Gambino.
I like that one. I like, surprisingly the what was it? Me and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Me and your mom. Me and your mama. Me and
Me
your
and Your
mommy.
Mama, yeah.
Dude, that song is. Oh, when I go to the gym, dude, I'm like just I'm like jogging the once the whole like just vibe switches. I'm like like just down, full out
your
sprint.
your mic actually peaked and didn't pick up at the end right there.
Oh, my bad, my bad. I get hyped with that song, dude. I'll kill you.
um,
What?
there's I don't think he sang that one live when we went we he didn't sing that one. He sang a Redbone and fuck what the his Terrified live performance was fucking amazing. But yeah, that album deserves a lot more love. It
2021.
really grew on me.
I'm gonna message him every day. I'm gonna make a Twitter account like those people do for like certain celebrities. Be like, and they
Like,
write the same thing every day.
notice me.
Please, please, please come to Cali and play live. Please, every morning. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tag him every single time.
You want to share your five?
Yeah. So for those of you who do know and don't know, Turnover is one of my top favorite bands. I love Turnover. I don't know how I grew to love them so much. I'm a more like indie type rock person, and these guys really fit the criteria. So New Scream by Turnover was my first one. I don't listen to MGK at
That
all.
was interesting. I saw that. That was
Yeah,
interesting.
but I did like his song Candy. The third song was Dizzy on the Come Down by Turnover. The fourth is Easy Life, which is a British indie like pop rap style, I guess. I'm not really sure. And then Too Young by Post Malone. Uh, I'm really shocked. Childish Gambino 12:38 didn't pop up on my top five because I listened to that song a lot.
If you go to your playlist,
Hmm.
it's numbered in order for your top songs, so you can see what
Yeah,
order it was in.
I just can remember. I'm actually gonna open up right now and see where I am. Where is my? Because I have it like saved. Oh, there we go. Top 20.
Do you also have your top artists?
Five,
Because
six,
I
seven.
kind of want to flex a little right now.
He's number seven. He's actually
So two
no,
below.
he's number yeah. Let me see. The rap, dude, I just found out where that crap was and now I can't even find it. Go ahead and say yours, and I'll find mine right now.
So obviously top artist was Childish Gambino. You know, I don't know if you guys heard the name before on this podcast. Might be new to people. He has a twin brother called Donald Glover. Might have seen him before. They look really
I
alike.
I never even noticed.
The little flex right here is I was in the top 0.01% of his listening. So I was probably what top 10 of his listens on Spotify this year.
Yeah, I was like that for Turnover,
Oh
but
yeah,
not for Childish Gambino. I don't know why
yeah, yeah.
Childish Gambino
Well,
fell.
yeah, he says he's a true fan.
I, I love Childish Gambino, dude. I cannot find it. Where is it on this stupid thing? Recently played? No,
Maybe on your playlist.
I feel like an old man. On the top 20?
What are you looking for?
Can you go
Oh,
all the way
your
down? I'm
raps.
trying to the rap so I can show you because I just saw it right now.
I do it on my phone. It's easier.
All right, let me try the phone. All right, I'm gonna find this and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm
Okay,
not show
so
you.
number
It may
two,
be
Cafe
weird.
Tacuba. I love me some what is it? Latin pop, pretty much. I mean, not pop, rock, Spanish
Oh,
rock.
uh,
Oh, you found it.
yeah, I found it. I'm happy.
Number three was KSI.
I can see that.
I mean,
But like,
he put out some good music that I really like
we,
vibe with.
yeah, I don't think I really hear KSI coming from your end. Sometimes I think I hear a lot of we listen to a lot of Childish Gambino, like a lot, and I have no issue with that.
I don't know if you could say we, Mister Seventh
Mm,
Place.
shut up.
Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of KSI on mine. I could show you some if you want to listen. Give it a
Yeah,
try.
maybe after this, go on a little date.
Burger time. After you
Burger
said
time.
burger time last night, oh man, and I was so hungry.
I'm sorry.
Um,
What's your number three or number four?
four. I'm pretty sure
Four?
you haven't heard of this group. It's SOB.
Sound Beach?
No, strictly only brothers.
Oh no, I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah. Kind of like the DL, and then SX for that UK rap hip hop mix up that I like listening to. I'm
Hmm.
surprised I didn't get like Enitos Verdes or like Hombres G on this one. Even song wise.
Um, they uh, 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 no, they're not
Never.
on mine either.
Well, not top five artists, but I'm pretty sure I have music from them. In my top 20.
I was looking for the top 20 and I don't got any of that. My top five artists is Turnover.
Oh, surprise!
Yeah.
Surprise.
Post Malone,
Okay. Yeah,
Easy
you.
Life.
Okay.
Number four is Childish Gambino.
Shock.
Number five is Jack Harlow. No, I just want to be a little hipster right now and mention um I listened to Jack Harlow before he was TikTok famous.
I
I
will.
was listening to his music. He's my favorite song is Sundown by him. He's the guy that does the What's Poppin', Brand New Whip Let's Hoppin'. I got that guy.
Mhm.
Uh I just want to clarify. I listened to him before he was famous. It kind of bugs me that he's on there. To be honest, 'cause then I feel like people are like, he's just a fanboy over the
I
songs.
I listened to Josh Gambino when Freaks and Geeks was out.
I
Wait,
didn't even know Childish Gambino.
wait, way before everyone knew. Back in 2010.
I think the first song I heard was Sober.
Damn.
Sober or God, what's that one? No, that is Sober. Sober is the one where he's on the carousel whatever with the teddy bear. What song
2005.
is that? Oh, so it's one of those two that I heard first. I was like, this guy's kind of cool. And then I think at the time I was living with Sid. So back in like 2013, 2014.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah, I
That's a
remember
long.
that because I wanted to be a little hipster too when I was like, man, you guys don't know the real Childish. You guys just hear him because he's coming up on the radio now. Because 3005 would always come up. And I remember I was going to college and I'd be parking and I hear 3005 on the radio. I'm like, that guy doesn't know Childish. I know Childish. Don't listen to that.
I'm kind of curious to like. I wish Spotify was out earlier so you could see like what your um previous top songs were
They have the playlist.
for every year.
If you saved them, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't save them. I no, well, I've had 3 accounts.
Oh, see, that's your own fault, buddy.
Yeah, so I had my primary one, which I used for like 10 years. Not really. And then I had another one which I used for myself. Oh no, I made the second one. I don't know if I should say this. I made the second one. Can you hear me? I made the second one to get a free Google Home.
I remember
And
that.
then I made a third one to get another one.
Hello, Spotify. It's me, Michael Martinez.
uh,
Thanks for the Google Homes.
because I'm learning Spanish, I'm gonna change my name to Miguel. Try to find me now, huh? Spotify.
And Google. Actually,
Anything else?
mine just popped up.
I know. Anytime you say it, it's like,
What?
right? She's always listening. What a
Oh,
creep.
Yeah. Did you
All
find
right,
your top artist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
that's right.
it was turnover. You have anything else you want to add before we
Uh, welcome back. We're
welcome
back.
back? Yeah.
This is actually the return, not like the episode I uploaded, and we didn't return.
We did not return. I know. I felt like
It just
I was like,
wasn't. It
man,
just didn't feel right.
yeah.
After
Like I said, we really needed that like just time to like recover, I guess.
I don't want to sound too fucked up to people listening, but it did feel like kind of forced. Like we just put something out there.
Yeah. Episode. I did want to say that. But I don't know if you felt the same way. Um, listening back to like episode 11, like I feel like we might sound a little bit normal, but
We're in
deep
the
down,
right
I felt like
mindset.
yeah, we weren't there, and I do agree. Like I felt like it was kind of like a forced episode because I think we were trying to get our minds off of what had happened,
Yeah.
and it was a rough week, and I'm glad we took this time to like kind of like start over, fresh start.
Yeah.
All right,
2020. Goodbye.
2020.
Goodbye. COVID.
Can I quickly flip off the
Do
camera?
whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Here, how about that?
I'm
There
not
you
the
go.
boss. We're 50-50 here.
2021. There you go.
2021, please be better to us, please.
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping it does good. But we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for listening again. We appreciate all the support that we've received. We love you guys. I don't know if he loves you because the last time I said that, he's like, you can't be telling people who I love. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
uh,
All right. On to
all
the
right.
next one.
On to the next one. 2021. Bye, guys.
Take care.